Hello, it's me, Mario. Woohoo! You're watching Countdown with Overdrive Gamer, #1. Hehe.
My old countdowns, the top 10 scariest things in video games, I came across something. Almost everything in my last list were from the years where video game designing was at its peak, almost, with things like Dirge, Regenerator, and Lucifer. And then I thought of something. There was a time when video games were nothing but just pixels and 2D graphics, and yet they still found ways to make those things scary. So, with that, I composed a list of the top 10 scariest retro things in all time. Now, there are a few rules. One is that no farther than the PS1 and N64 years. So, what that means is every console before the PS1 and N64 is legal. Handheld systems until the DS are legal, and any arcade systems are legal too. So, with that, let's get this started. To start off this list, I'm starting off with one of the first computer games I ever played, SkiFree. Now, SkiFree is a free flash game that is basically just you going down a hill, avoiding trees, rocks, and this asshole snowboard that keeps knocking you over. Now, for those who haven't played the game thinking, how can a game about skiing be scary? Well, after a while, out of the bloody blue comes this! The Yeti comes out of nowhere and eats you up. This traumatized me as a kid because it comes right out of nowhere, eats you up whole in mere seconds. Now, there are a few reasons why this is so low on the list. One is that he just eats you up really quick and then it just cuts away to him. The other reason is that you can't get a good perspective of him. But it is also scary when he chases you around like, holy shit! Oh man. Oh god, is there two of them? Oh no, I can't do this. I'm doing this. I'm aborting the countdown. Abort the countdown! Sinistar is an arcade game where if Galga and asteroids had a baby, this would be the best example. Now this game can get really action-packed and hectic, with the focus of the game having you drill asteroids in order to make Cine bombs. But while you're making Cine bombs, your enemies are making this.
Beware, I live.
Sinistar, a terrifying spaceship that has no purpose in the game but to kill you and end your existence. Now, what makes Sinistar scary other than its terrifying face is its voice and how it appears from out of nowhere, humming and screaming.
Run, run, run! I coward!
So when you're trying to run away from the thing, it is constantly chasing your tail, screaming and taunting you in the process. With its terrifying face, scary voice, and how it comes out of nowhere, it truly makes Sinistar one of the scariest arcade games ever.
Beware, I live.
Once upon a time, there was a man named John Romero. Now, John Romero at one point was the king of video games, creating such legendary games such as the Doom series, Wolfenstein 3D, and Daikatana. Okay, maybe not Daikatana, but his games were revolutionary. I mean, you kill Mecha Hitler. You can't go wrong with that. Now, I'm going to talk about the Doom series. Now, the game is about you as a space marine fighting demons through hell. Now, after the first game, Doom 2 has you return to Earth, learning that the demons of hell had taken over. Now, with nothing to lose, you go through floor after floor of demons, with all it leading up to the leader of the demons himself, Icon of Sin. Now, you have faced and killed many other forms of demons, so hop back in this one, B. Oh my god, that thing is huge! When you walk in the room, all hell breaks loose, with Icon of Sin summoning many demons onto you, and with you trying to kill the demons and trying to defeat Icon of Sin at the same time, this boss battle can be really hectic and a lot of action paced. Now, what makes Icon of Sin scary is, other than the fact that it summons demons onto you, all it does is stare down at you with its evil face, and it makes sure you will always remember that face. How do I know? Well, maybe it's because it has its face all plastered on the walls. A final note is that when you enter the room, Icon of Sin says, "I will lie in bricks of the end of the ambush." But said backwards, it says,
"To win the game, you must kill me, John Romero."
Yes, you must kill the creator of Doom. Now that is an epic way to end a game. For this next one, I want you to just look at this clip and count how many things are wrong with this thing. That's all you need to do. Just keep a track of how many things are wrong with this thing. That's all you need to do. Alright? Here it is.
The great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you. A huge supply of tish comes from my chocolate starfish. How about some scat, you little twat?
Alright, so how many wrong things did you find in that clip? I bet you got like 2, 3, maybe 4 most. I counted this many!
Now I'm really getting rather mad. You're like a niggly, tickly, shitty little tag nut. When I've knocked you out with all my bab, I'm going to take your head and ram it up my butt.
Your butt.
My butt.
Your butt.
That's right, my butt.
Ugh.
My butt. My butt.
The Metroid series had a lot of good picks with Mother Brain, Ridley, and Nightmare, but I decided to go with something completely different. Yes, I went with Saw X from Metroid Fusion. Now, I haven't played all the Metroids, and Fusion is one of them, but just watching clips of this thing gave me chills. Just, you're running down a hall, and then all of a sudden the music just turns off, and there's Saw X, and all you can hear now is its footsteps. I mean, you never know, like, that's one thing that scared me, like, knowing that you're stuck in a building with something that's stronger than you and wants to kill you. That's one of the scariest things to me. There were so many moments that were good with this, just it's trying to find you and you're just hiding from it because of how powerful it is. With the music dropping, the intense moment of you trying to hide from it, and all in all, it is a scary thing. In my last Scariest countdown, I said that from the Resident Evil games that the Regenerator was way more scary than this thing. Nemesis. But now that I look at it, I may have regret that decision, because while both of them are highly invincible to weapons and have a form of regeneration, Nemesis is faster, can use weapons, and has a way more intimidating voice. Now, what made Regenerate scary was being in a tight room trapped with this creature. Nemesis decided to one-up it by crashing through a window as a surprise entrance and shooting a rocket launcher at you. With intimidating body, a large assortment of weapons to his disposal, and with an intimidating voice, makes Nemesis one of the scariest retro things in video games. What makes Psycho Mantis scary is not who he is, but what he does. Using invisibility and telekinesis to avoid your attacks, to calling out your manhood. And with so many breaking the fourth wall moments, they will literally make you go psycho. With examples like reading your memory card, making the controller shake, which was unheard of, and those laughing photos. What the hell was up with those? Also, the battle with Psycho Mantis is also one giant mind with Mantis floating around using telekinesis to throw furniture at you and turning invisible, which you have to use thermal goggles to find him, and also changing the controller point. At one point where people were supposed to figure out you had to change the controller port to fight him. But overall, Psycho Mantis is the most nostalgic mindfuck ever in video games, and we'll always remember for crazy breaking the fourth wall moments, the memory card reading, the control shaking, and they're just really freaky. Seriously, what the hell was with those photos? Mario 64. Okay. Mario 64. Okay, seriously now? Mario 60. Mario 60. 64. Mario. Can I please just shut up? Okay. Mario 60. Okay, we get it. You're all afraid of the piano, we get it. I'm somewhat afraid of it too when I first played Mario 64 as a kid. But there was more than just the piano Mario 64 that could have freaked out kids back when I first played. Actually, hell, part of me was so afraid just to walk through the front door because Bowser's laugh just scared the hell out of me. It's like you got this joyful, cheerful music, and then you open the door and you get this, like, quick, high-pitched, like, music, and then Bowser's laugh. I was like, okay, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? And then another thing that was scary, I wasn't scared of that, but certain people were, the endless staircase, because of the music that plays with it. And when you're just running up these stairs constantly, and then there's just, it looks like it never ends. You feel like that something's just gonna pop out. Like, you feel like you're running up the stairs and all of a sudden a disturbing photo of a celebrity comes down the stairs right at you. It's like, you're waiting, you know it's there, but it's just not showing itself. But yeah, no, but Mario 64 truly scares people in different ways. The piano, Bowser's laugh, the endless staircase, Boo's mansion. Truly, it's a scary game. That's not intended. I'll be honest here, when I first played Majora's Mask as a kid, I was almost scared by everything. The dark atmosphere, the mask, the happy-go-lucky salesman, and this weird Technicolor bull. As I grew up, the game did get less and less scary, with some exceptions, one being the happy mask salesman is still scary, because I mean, he's just evil. But if there's one game that has been scary throughout the whole time this game has been out, it has been the moon. Now, to be honest, there isn't really much to talk about this besides the fact that it's a moon with a face trying to kill you. But with most games now, like the Twilight Princess and Dead Space series, trying to shove the scare down your throat using dark rooms and pop-up scares, they left no room for subtlety. And subtlety the moon had. Now you may be asking, how can a moon with an evil face not be number one? Well, with Majora's Mask having that one moment of subtlety, number one is the whole game is subtlety, and quite more scary. Just to let you know, number one is an entire game, and that game is Silent Hill. If you mix The Haunting, the Blair Witch Project, and add a little bit of The Shining, this will probably be the best example on it. Now, the focus of the game is you must go to a monster-filled town called Silent Hill in order to save your daughter, in which the game consists of combat, exploration, and puzzle solving. Now, this game has a really dark atmosphere. I mean, way darker than Majora's Mask. Now, there are many scary modes in this game, there are too many to count, and with its lack of music, there is no music in the game at most points. It always makes you feel like something pop out. Say, a cat? Now, this game, for what it is the perfect creation of a scary game. With its dark atmosphere, scary monsters, and an ominous feeling that will never go away. And with that, the scariest retro thing in video games. I'm the Overdrive Gamer. Thanks for watching.